G'day everyone, T-Nick back here again in Open TTD Transport Tycoon Deluxe, blah 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 blah. You've all been here before, you all know the drill, and apparently Suningdon no longer accepts food. Why should I care? You join us down right where we began our company at Phoenix quote-unquote city. Just between episodes I went through and renewed a lot of vehicles, but I did it on pause, so, we didn't actually miss any time. But now we're going to have a cavalcade of vehicles, going back into the depot to be turned into little pieces of vehicles. Because we don't need them anymore. Bye. I don't know how much that got me, but probably not much. We're in Phoenix City because, in my quest to try and connect up pretty much everything on the map, I've discovered brickworks, clay pit, which is rubbish, but, 52,000 tonnes worth of clay to transport, so, they've got a lot of longevity to them. They're just not going to produce much. And we've also got this stalwart quarry over here that will, stand the test of time until we try and connect the train to it, in which case it'll go closed. So I thought, we'll just set this one up here. Having connected up all of the towns, I really want to try and connect up at least one of every type of industry, and there's just coal mines everywhere up here too. I noticed that before when I loaded the game up, and I thought, why are you teasing me? We have an abundance of coal and not enough iron ore back at the place where they turn iron ore into, steel. Yes, that's what they do with it. They turn it into steel. I know what I'm talking about. So we're probably going to go with trucks for this one. I mean, I like trains as much as the next person. Possibly a little too much, but you know what? They're very low yield clay pits, so I just figure we'll keep it cheap and cheerful, and we'll go with some trucks. Plus, we don't need any more loss-making trains on the books. I had a bit of a look at those, and you know what? Everyone's making a profit. It's just some of them don't make a profit in any given year, so they end up putting up their messages down the bottom going, meh, 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 meh. Gee, that looks awfully familiar. Oh, we're right here. So that sale of 10 trams gets us £2,000. Whoop-de-doo. That's some serious walking around money right there. Now we'll connect you up like this. This road is looking nice and fancy. I'm a huge fan of that, which is good considering I'm the one that has to look at it. Well, so do you for viewing, but I'm the one that's actually playing the game, so I'm kind of glad I like the graphics I've chosen to use. You guys are all going to whinge until I scrap you because I'm pretty sure I got all the old vehicles that were due for replacement. I hope I did, otherwise I'm going to see someone come up the bottom going, getting old, and I'm not going to give a damn. So we'll connect you up like this. I don't know why I didn't do the one at the top at the same time. I'm really sort of hodgepodging this because I really didn't get much sleep last night. That's a tram depot. Can't really build trucks there. So we'll build a road vehicle depot down there, please. So somehow I managed to stay awake till 5 a.m. and decided that was the perfect time to go to sleep. So when I woke up at 10 feeling like absolute garbage, I thought today's going to be an awesome day. Now let's have a look. That's just a basic semi-trailer, carries 35 tonnes of coal, although we'll make it clay. So we basically need one truck per clay pit for a month's worth of production. Cool. Sign me up. So if you could full load at Phoenix City Mines, and then come down here, and you can belong to that depot there. And we'll go ahead and build another one for the other one, and then we'll reassess and see if we maybe actually need to possibly consider the thought of entertaining the notion of getting a second truck, because these clay pits, not so good. They're a bit lackluster there, as we've already mentioned. So, T-Nick, you're repeating yourself. Shut up and play the game. That's what the good people came to see. So now that we've got that going, we'll probably make about $4 from that whole route over its lifetime, which is expected to be 52,000 tonnes of clay. No, I joke, of course. It's probably not going to be that bad. But I will hesitate in connecting the gravel pit up, and Aircraft 1, well, you've been nothing but a disappointment. So I won't connect the gravel pit up straight away. Train 13, I literally just replaced all of my trains in my between episode bit, and now you're going to come in here and interrupt, and 130 is, where are you guys even running? Oh, you're running on the island. You're the fun diesel trains. I replaced the very expensive, what do you call them? Steam trains. Yeah, that's what we replaced. Steam trains. can't remember the word steam trains. So these guys have been pretty, pretty solid performers. I mean, he made 60 grand last year. So you know what? I will renew you guys. You guys are doing a good job. So how many of you are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It also says that up the top. I didn't have to count like an idiot, but I did anyway, because apparently this is entertaining. There's also 951 people, so I can almost hear the collective sigh from where I'm sitting every time this dinky little 4-car diesel train, clackety bang crunch, pulls into the station, and it's already full. There's already 60 odd people in there, and there are 952 passengers on the platform going, well, I guess we'll get the next one. And that's probably been happening for, how old are you guys? 20 years. So we should probably build more than 6 trains. I'm just saying. I do like the idea of the multiple unit. Do we go with the same multiple unit again, the Metro Camel DMU? I mean, look, it's a proven performer. It's been doing a very good job. Train 120. Can you just wait your turn, buddy? I'm doing a big monologue thing, and I'm talking about the benefits of the Metro Camel versus, say, a loco hauled train. So what's this cost to run? 24 grand a year. What's a comparable diesel? We're looking at something that does 112. So it's probably the... Okay, so all of these are better. So 55 grand a year as opposed to 24 grand a year. So they do cost a lot more to run. They do go faster though, and they can probably haul more carriages. No, we need to increase capacity. We'll say goodbye to our dinky little diesel multiple units, and we'll go for a proper train. I just don't want to spend too much money. So we'll probably go the Type 2. We could go the Type 1, really. I mean, that's still an upgrade. That's 34 grand a year for 191 things of tractive effort. And I mean, this is only 82. So now let's just go the Type 1s. We'll cheap out on it while still improving the service. Because, that's the name of the game, apparently. So we only want 3 tile trains, so that will be fine. If you could share his orders, please. And we need, 6? What's that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's go with 10 of them and just see how they go. Now, you guys, unfortunately, you've had your last run, and you don't actually have a depot in your orders. So, I really planned that well. So where are you? Bronze Grove City Station. Yeah, okay, so you will eventually go down here for scraps. That's good. So I don't know, maybe some sort of rail fan group's going to do a farewell to the Metro Camel on the Stanshaw Springs line sort of tour. I don't know, maybe that's the thing they want to do. But one thing's for sure, they've now been replaced with, well, pretty similar vintage technology, but I think it looks a bit spiffy. Look at it, it's just a little fella. Where are you going? You're going to Lewis Hall. Where is Lewis Hall? Why do you want to go there? Where is Lewis Hall? What line are you meant to be on? Oh, up here. Of course, I forget that these trains start and finish up there. I thought, I've really cocked this up somehow and sent the trains off into the ether. But no, I think they're rather spiffy looking things. Very similar vintage to the Metro Camel. They're probably 1950s technology, and we're in the 70s now. And that's a lot of trucks. Well, they're all gone now. So it's if we were taking steps up, that'd be the smallest possible baby step up in terms of service, but it's still a step up. Don't look that particular gift horse in the mouth. We do have quite the traffic jam forming at Bronze Grove City Station, where I can now hear the collective sigh of 1,400 passengers. Wait, they're going via Aberwell. No, only 370 passengers are collectively sighing, so yay. Now, are you going to start making me money? Please say yes. No. Okay, so again, he's pulled up at the station and 948 people have gone, a new train, look, it's got more carriages, and it's still full. Well, we tried. That's the important thing. 120, what's your deal? What are you complaining about? You're one of our last steam trains, and you're one of our good earners too, because you're one of our mail trains. When we do another game, I am setting up just a dedicated mail network, because these guys they're just raking the cash in. So I am willing to spend a bit of money on this guy. This year's not been a good year for him, 10 grand. Although that said, it's only May. But last year, 60 grand. Some of his cohorts are making hundreds of thousands of. Yeah, see him. He's making good money. He's made £12. So 121, probably not the horse you want to back in that race. But, the other two are doing well. Again, I do like it how this one's somehow got its carriages repainted, but these two haven't. I think that's a nice touch. So Well done to Peekabird, the bloke that made this set, because that's just a, it's just a natural thing in the course of the railways. Road Vehicle 10 is getting old. No, I told you last time I've done my replacements. Now, as I was saying, in the course of the railways, stuff gets repainted just whenever there's the opportunity, because if you're running your fleet pretty flat out, I tried to say too many F's, that's really on me, guys. You don't have time to stop a train to paint it, and of course while it's being painted it's not making money. So I think it's a wonderful touch in this set that you can keep the old livery running around. You end up with these fun little mixed trains too, where just this one carriage has been repainted. You can sort of imagine this whole consist has gone into the depot and they've found a defect on one of the cars and they've swapped it out with a newer carriage. Just little touches like that is why I really enjoy this game, because you can get that sense of realism. I mean, if you're here to watch me play Open TTD in the most efficient way possible, where we're trying to move the maximum amount of cargo and make the maximum amount of money, you're on the wrong game, because I am here to make a realistic looking network using a randomly generated or a user-made map and just have fun with it. I mean, I love the passenger station here. You got 5,000 people there. Well, I'm really not good at this game, am I? But then you got this steel train that just wanders through and holds everyone up. He's, hello, coming through, just selling my steel, doing my thing. It's a lot of trams we can sell. Let's just get rid of them. But it's just a cool little image, and you can really zoom in, and it's probably too close. See all the little people waiting here, and you can almost feel their rage on social media at the fact that there's been no train, and they all have the shits. Okay, I tried to click on that one. Okay, you guys are all the ones we're scrapping, so bye. I said, oh, wrong. It helps if I click on the right button. I can't really blame the game for that. But yes, we're replacing steam trains and selling that one that we probably should have sold a long time ago. That got us 2.8 grand. Money well spent, or well earned rather. So we're looking for something that can replace a steam train. What do you cost to run? 118 grand. Well, that should be pretty easy. And your friend is getting old. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 4. Are they on the list? No, actually they're not. Okay, well, we'll have to keep you in mind as well, because now more trains are getting old. Pretty sure it's another mail train. Look, 2 repainted carriages. So if we're going to build a mail train, we want something that can haul a good bit of cargo. So we're probably looking at the Brush Type 4 or probably the EE Type 3. 128 k's an hour. See, I don't want to go overboard, but oh no, they do 160. Never mind. I was going to say we don't want to go buying a locomotive that can't haul the mail vans, but no, we can do 160. The Deltic just proved to be a massive white elephant. That was just too expensive. We haven't tried the electro diesel yet, but that sort of benefits from third rail. I from memory, I think the running costs come down. I'm not sure. I also don't know what this button does. Interesting. How do I get it back? Now that I've clicked on it, I guess I can't. What if I hit new vehicles? No, it's gone forever. Okay, well, good thing we didn't want to build the electro diesel. So let's go the Type 3. I like the appearance of them. I think they look cool. And how many mail carriages are you sporting there, fellas? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's go with 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That seems pretty fair. And you know what? They're making a good amount of money. We'll go with let's go with 3 of them. We've copied the orders from that Pacific we just sold, so we really don't want to do that. We'll copy his orders though, and we'll clone him twice. So we should have 3 in the depot that we can send out. And yeah, we'll get rid of these. No, we'll get rid of these guys. We haven't replaced you yet, so we'll send you to the depot when you're done with your run. And we should probably do the same for these fellas as well. How many have we got on this route? 3 again. Good, that's nice and simple. May as well just build the same train. Actually, where do you run? You run from Stanbridge City to Broley City. And then Windberg Bay City. I was thinking, good, because you are at Windberg Bay City. I was just hoping we could get a mail train going on the electrified route, but maybe we'll set that up in a minute. So again, we'll do the same thing. We'll get the Type 3, and we'll build the... we've got a new electric. Or maybe it's not new, maybe it's always been there and they've just repainted it. I'm not very good at remembering things. So we'll go with, I think that's 8 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It sure is. Copy his orders, and then we'll clone you guys up as well and send you on your way. And same sort of deal, you guys will go to the depot in good time. And now a boat's getting old. Oh, ship 45. Well, I can see why you're probably not making much money, because the oil wells you were servicing have racked off. So are you actually carrying anything? No, you're completely empty. Okay, cool. So we'll just send you to the depot and chop you up. And we may as well send you off to unload your 32,000 litres of oil. Fair enough. We should probably demolish that as well, because I can't see us ever using it again. Train 133. Oh, good. A couple more of our diesels are in the depot. Good. Get rid of them. Plonberg Bay. No, whoop-de-doo for you. Has any new iron ore mine opened since we last looked around? Probably not, but probably wouldn't hurt to check. Let's just bring this up here and see if I can remember how to move the map around. It's the right mouse button. Disable all and show me iron ore mines. Boop. Nope. No, I definitely don't want the Concorde. Seriously, game? Have you not seen how well planes have been performing for me? Why would I get a plane that costs £714,000 a year to run? No. Ooh, hello, new friend. The BRHST, the 125, high-speed train diesel thingy. You know, it's famous worldwide. Train buffs love them. We built a copy of them down here in Australia and pretend they're different. Well, they are actually different, so don't get me started. Yeah, now that I will trial. And bugger looking at iron ore mines, because I need to try out this fancy-looking diesel train. So, we are going to have to build a new express train somewhere. Where is worthy of an express... Oh my god, go away. Aircraft 2, go away. Where is worthy of a new express train? I'm thinking we run one from here, and we come down here, we stop in here, we stop in here, and then we either come down the electrified section to Feeningham, or we sort of shoot down here to Broley City and Stanbridge City, and Stanbridge City is just exploding with growth. So I imagine they would benefit, but most of them want to go via Penhall, so we probably shouldn't build them on that line. Penhall is actually becoming very popular all of a sudden, so yeah, I reckon we run a train out of... Train 120 is getting... Oh, well, you guys have been replaced already, so rack off. Yeah, so I reckon we build a new train, it comes up here to Penhall and tries to serve some of these people. And maybe goes to the ferry terminal as well, because that's just... Where do we want to build this train? Because Penhall, we definitely need a better service to. And it's an intercity train. So I'm thinking we maybe have a train that goes Penhall and comes back through the usual suspects and goes all the way up to Feeningham, because... Give it a... Not Feeningham, Feeningham's over there. The Flanningham or Flingdom, Flongen... Frombrook Marsh, there we go. Called it, nailed it. I knew it. We also have this Pesbrook, which is... We just have too many passengers everywhere. I think we can just establish that. Yeah, so first thing we need to do is expand Penhall Station, because that's been left a bit behind. And they think we're outstanding, so they're quite willing to let us demolish a bunch of trees, which is super nice of them when you think about it. So we're looking at... what do we want? We want the extension. Ooh, that's fancy, but that's not available to us. So we want to go 2 tracks, and bear with me. I've got an idea in mind. So we want to go 2 by 2 here. Yeah, so we want to bring the station out a little bit there. So we've got a fun little underpass thing here, and then what we want to do is we want to extend this by another couple of platforms. So we'll extend the underpass, sort of. I mean, I think that's an underpass. Might be a waiting room. Either way, it's a thing that we've built. We'll chuck a roof along near the station hall here, just to... Okay, well, that didn't really... There we go, now we can see the roof. That looks all right. In fact, we might actually make it all roofs, because... Well, that bit there doesn't line up as a roof, so we'll put a pot plant in or something, I don't know. Remember, rule number 1, make it look pretty. Then rule number 2, efficiency and blah, 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 that old chestnut. So we'll run this track down in here. And then, we still have steam-powered iron ore trains, apparently. I did not think we still had those. I thought we'd, moved on. Why did I build that there? That is not where I wanted to build it. I wanted to build it there. I mean, that's a subtle difference, but I think you can see why. And if you can't, well, stay tuned, etc. So we'll pop a one-way signal in there. We'll pop a couple of signals in here. Get rid of the old semaphore there, and we will disconnect this track here, and I cannot see what I'm doing, so yeah, this is going to end in tears, you all know it. So get rid of that track there, and just get rid of that there, and we'll get rid of the signal there, because once he gets out of the way, we've now made it into a 4-track station. Must demolish railway station first. Fair. So now we can run a few more trains through here, and hopefully they won't jam up as much as they have been. Because, well, let's be honest, we're getting a bit neglectful. And by we, I mean me. Yeah, no, I'm not blaming you guys. What are you losing money for? Because you're carrying 2 people. That's probably why. We should probably just replace you with some kind of bus. You know, the rail bus concept, not really working for us. We'll just go with the bus. But yeah, so we've we've upgraded Penhall Station there. We've got the turnaround facilities at the ferry terminal, so that's all right there. Nothing left to do but build us an HST. So we'll build just the one as a trial. And, high-speed carriage, 225. And he can only go 201. Fair enough. So let's get him some of them. Now, if we refit you to mail, I think the power cars carry mail, don't they? Yes, very good. So we'll just have a little luggage rack in the power car, I guess. And do we want to have a mail van on here? No. Okay. Well, it won't accept it even if we wanted to. We don't have a high-speed mail van, so we'll just go with 4 tiles long. That's probably all right. I mean, I'd like to go longer, but I think this station up here is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it's 5 tiles long. Oh, there we go. Okay. Add more carriages, because if we're going to try this thing, we're going to try it properly. So you're going to start at Nantborough Ferry Terminal, please. Then you're going to hit up Penhall. Then you're going to swing down through a vacant platform at Stanbridge City, hit up Broley City. Then where are you going to go? We'll skip South Windberg and we'll head straight up to Windberg Bay City. Yeah, who needs planes when I've got the HST? Swing by Windport, and then this is where it'll start making its money, on this nice fast bit of track here. In fact, we can probably replace the existing trains with HSTs on this line as well, because yeah, that long straight section is just really where they're going to be able to open it up. And plus then we can save money on electrification, because as much as I like electrification, it's fiddly as hell, so I can see why the British Rail didn't really roll it out across the whole company. Yes, that's the reason they didn't put electrification across the whole country, there, because yeah, it was fiddly. I'm sure that's the reason, T-Nick. So now, where are you at the moment? You're at Stanbridge City, so we might actually start you off there and admire the majesty that is a new train. You know what? That's far less dramatic than I expected. I'm still waiting for the marching band. Let's follow him and see if he can get up to speed. Bugger that off. Bugger that off. Bugger that off. Now, don't you go ahead of us. I'm watching you. Yeah, you will turn around. Here we go. Okay, this is the moment. Got all the politicians and dignitaries and dignitaried politicians on board, and a full load of passengers too. Come on, make us some coin, because you cost 200 grand a year to run. So, you know, you better deliver. He's hit 200 k's an hour. This is exciting. Okay, it's not that exciting. It's mildly interesting at best. Notice he's also still running past semaphores because, well, we run a modern and efficient railway network here, don't we? So there we go. Yeah, pull into the platform. Yeah, good for you. I don't know why I bothered extending the length of this platform. It was already 5 tiles long. Oh well. Who knows what goes on in my crazy mind. So far you've lost us 11 grand. That's okay. It's okay. It's just teething problems. It's just trialing. It's going to come good soon. You know, once it hits the ferry terminal, lots of people are going to get off, end of the line, blah 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 blah. We'll make a massive profit, and we'll sell these ships while we're waiting. Yep, bye. There we go. And sell these trucks too, because we don't need them anymore. And ship 41 is getting ignored. And ship 42 is also getting ignored. And also, could you guys separate a bit and stop trying to make, little ships? Lifeboats. That's where lifeboats come from. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Unloading at the ferry terminal. Unloading at the ferry terminal. Train 123, you've been replaced. Just get the memo. Okay, come on. Let's see some profit. Big profit. It's an amount. It's not a very big amount. I'm not sure if we'll, buy several more of these at great expense. But it's made a little bit of money. Well, we'll keep that one on the back burner. At least we've built one as a trial. That's the important thing. We've tried it. We'll see how it goes. See where it goes. By the way, let's go down and see about this. It just occurred to me I forgot to refit these things to carry clay when I built them. So I was coming down here to check whether they were actually making some money. It's like I've never played this game before, even though I've been playing it for like 20 years or so. Train 75 is getting very old. Did I not replace you? Oh, look, you're one of the little trains, like right back where we started. And I'm sure this line is, completely overwhelmed as well. Go us. There's only 3 trains on this line, so it should be fairly easy. And we should probably expand it. Hey, look, another sawmill. We've come from a world where we had 2 sawmills. Now we have 3. Also, why is train 93 lost? What are you trying to do, fella? Where would you like to go? Great Lesningham East. Isn't that there? How can you not get there from here? You come down this track here, and you go this way. It may have been because you're on this track. That's entirely my bad, and I apologise sincerely. But no, we're getting distracted. We are double tracking the Feedale Point line, and also, good thing we built the station here because the town's decided over here would be an appropriate place to expand. Not, up here, around the station. Which is probably why there's only 45 people there. So, thanks for that, guys. That's super stoked about it. So let's just, let's run that down there, and we'll run a bit of track down there as well because we can. And that was a relatively painless double tracking section. I'm sure that was probably the easy bit. I always like to start with the easy bit of an ego boost, think, oh, I can do that, I can do anything. And then you come to the hard bit, we got to demolish half a town and they hate you forever and you've got to plant 50 billion trees and you're like, I can't do this anymore. It's a thing that happens to everyone, I'm sure. And if it doesn't, just pretend it does to protect my ego and feelings, please. So we'll get rid of that signal there. That's redundant now. In fact, I think we'll actually get away with this because we can run you down like this and then run this across here. And then we'll probably put a slightly more modern bridge in as opposed to the viaduct. Here we go. Now we're going to have problems. I've found the challenging bit because we've somehow got to get across this awkward little bit of road. Because, obviously we can't really demolish this big section here, nor can we demolish this big section here. So, what I might do is I might see if we can knock down the theatre. We can. Cool. And then we'll just see if we can demolish a bit of road here. We can. We got away with it. This is fine. This is completely fine. This is all going perfectly according to plan. I'm sure the town really appreciates the remodelling work we've done to Main Street and the loss of their priceless, precious historic theatre. And if they don't, my opinion on towns and their opinion of me, they can suck it. Good, because that's another double track section. And they don't hate us. They think we're very good. I'm gonna take that. I'm not gonna argue. If I quibbled, they'd probably decide we were appalling, like pretty much every other town on the map does, because we are not popular. I don't know why they all keep catching our trains. They hate us. And this bit's double tracked already. Well, that was nice and simple. So let's just get rid of those crossovers there because they are now redundant. Are they? Yes, we only have 3 trains. I had a moment where I thought some trains were turning around at Treeside. It's been so long since we actually set this line up and built it that does seem like the sort of stupid thing I would do. So we'll chuck in another couple of signals there. We'll chuck in another, whoopsie daisy. We'll tweak these signals around here. No, tweak them. There we go. We don't want the trains blocking the crossing, so we'll be courteous. I'm sorry. I didn't realise I put a signal against you. That's entirely my fault. Please accept my apologies. I'll get rid of that signal there. That's kind of redundant as well. I'm sure the messages down the bottom are important. I keep ignoring them. We've got a lot of goods at Trundon Freight. Don't get distracted. We're replacing this train. And building more trains because we always have way too many passengers. And these things are running at capacity and making a pretty reasonable profit about it too. So where do you run from? You run from Fidel Point to Great Lysium. Yes, so you only turn around at Phoenicium City there, so that's fine. We could probably stand to run you the entire length of the line now too, just like the other ones, because I mean, when we set this little turn back up here, I'm pointing at the screen. Why am I pointing at the screen? It was because we didn't have enough passengers wanting to go up here and the trains were losing money. But now that there are 2,700 collective souls waiting at Ronbrook, we can probably, you just go away. We can probably get away with just running then the whole distance. So what we'll do is we will switch out some of these orders. So instead of going to the turnback, you'll go into local lines. Then after Grand Central, you will hit up Ronbrook. I said Ronbrook. Helps if I click the actual station. Testwaite, and then back to Ronbrook, and then on to Phoenicium City. And that's probably broken your orders. Yes, I'm terribly sorry. So if you could just, there you go, pick up where you would have picked up if I hadn't come in and messed everything up. So then we can work on dismantling this turnback, which I was quite proud of, and I think it looks quite attractive. But no, we don't need it anymore. We'll get rid of it. What are you fellas waiting for? Goods. Fair call. Can't argue with that. We need to buy more electric trains, and we need a depot to do so. Why do I have a set of points there? What possible? No, don't question anything. Questioning things just leads to disappointment. There should be a depot down here at the end of the line. There is, and we get to build a different type of train. Let's go with the Brel Renewal. Remember that AM10 thing that I saw before? Oh, that might be overhead only. These are third rail. That's okay. We have third rail, ergo we should build third rail trains. It's a simple logic, but it's a logic that escapes me quite often, like most logic things. How many trains do we actually have on this line? We have a number that is 3. So let's go with 6, because, went all that effort to double track it, so why the heck not? Now you guys all have the same orders, and you're all sharing, and now you're all going in a convoy, and it's all wonderful. So hopefully that will help alleviate some of the stress on this line. I say hopefully like I care. I really don't, because we're making money and life is good. Well, you're not making money, you're hemorrhaging money. I'm hoping that you're going to make a drop-off soon. Well, you're pretty close. You're already at Trundon. So hopefully you can turn your fortunes around. What's your problem? You're still waiting for clay. You're waiting for goods. Okay, we might have to wind this one down as well. Iron ore mine. An iron ore mine that produces a lot of iron ore. Well, I think I've found how we're going to finish today. We're somehow going to get that iron ore mine from there. Well, we're not going to move the mine. We're just going to move the iron ore. But from there, all the way over to the steel mill, which really isn't that far compared to the wood line we built. But it just seems more dramatic if I talk like this. It is drama. We are talking drama. See, it just makes everything far more exciting. It removes the thought process that we're playing a transport simulation game made in the 90s. Oh my God, go away. So, we still have a glut of coal, so we can quite easily absorb this iron ore. And what's the best way to come in? We come in on the freight lines, probably ideal. So that's going to require some sort of complicated triangle junction action here. I'm not sure I'm equipped for that. Let's just have a look. How would that go? So we need to run a line from here that joins up to this line. From here to here. Well, I'm out. That seemed like a good idea at the time. What about the other option? What if we run... Because, after this schmozzle, I'm not touching junctions again for a long time. He says, until he builds this next big, stupid junction. So we come in this way via the passenger lines, using this big, stupid junction that I'm glad some trains are still actually using, because I forgot it existed. We come in this way, we come in here, we come in... Yeah, see, this is fine. We'll just use the pass lines. I'm sure the passenger trains won't mind. Now, the only catch is we're going to get across from the third rail sort of side of things to the overhead side of things. Unless... Could we actually build a boat to bring it... No, that's an idea. We have a ship... we have a ship bring it down to sort of somewhere around here and then put it onto a train just for a short hop. There's an idea. No, let's rail the whole way. Rail is more fun. Rail involves building stupid junctions. So we've already got the freight line coming down here. So we've got the money in the bank. We could, in theory, put a little freight line up alongside the... No, we fall over at Ronbrook here because, yeah, we can't really raise that much land out of the ocean. That would be stupid. Well, back to the shipping idea. What if we ship it from here down to here on some sort of barge, possibly an actual barge, and then load it onto trains there? I think there's merit to that idea. So we'll need to redesign the station because we'll obviously need another couple of platforms. So talk to me about buffer stops. Oh, that's a lot more zooming in than I meant to do. That's definitely something that happened. So we'll need to sort of put some more platforms in. Where are we? Great Lesningham East. So we'll sort of build some buffer stops up in this region. Now we need to get freight station. Yeah, we'll just put a couple of general... Why are we building third rail? We don't want third rail. Go away, third rail. Shoo. Yuck. So we'll put that in there. Now, show me raw materials. Here we go. So we're going to need like an iron ore loadery thingy, doodaddy thing. We need to get rid of that tile as well because, well, we need a set of points. So we'll shift this signal. Actually, we'll get rid of 2 tiles. Okay, we're trying to remove signals, not stations. That would be where the problem is. There we go. So we'll put that signal back there. And now we've got an extra couple of platforms to play with. So we'll put down... actually, we've got the fancy one that looks like the mine. Where's that one? That one's at the top. What's the point of looking like a mine if you're not actually at a mine? Now we'll go with the tippler. I've lost it now. Raw materials. There it is. Found it. It's cool. Got this. So we'll put them down there. Yeah, see, fancy already. Fancier already even. I'll have to have a conveyor belt to load the minerals, obviously. In this case, iron ore. And then we'll put that in like that. Ooh, we can put a bulldozery thing in here. Front loader minerals. Yeah, let's put one of them in. That looks kind of cool. And we'll surround it with piles of coal. Now we also need some track to run on. So we'll go with fixtures. We'll just go plain track, I guess. That's up the top. And we'll probably need to put a fence in somewhere as well. And we're not going to have room for a fence, so it's going to be one of those weird stations that has a fence around part of it, but not other parts of it. How long am I building this station? 7 tiles. This is going to make for a good iron ore train. I'm excited. So we'll connect that up like that and throw down another couple of signals. Now, of course, there's no guarantee the iron ore train will actually come up here. In fact, this goods train's decided to come up here to sort of sample things. But I just think it looks cool to have like a dedicated iron ore loading area as opposed to the goods loading area down here. In fact, we can actually go ahead and put some goods stuff in up here just in case we do have a goods train come in. There's the marshalling yard tracks I was thinking of last episode. I need to turn up eventually. So we need some generic sort of goods loading. That's too generic. Ooh, shipping containers. We can actually have steel products and timber products and paper products and cars, and we can have everything. But I'm just looking for a sort of a generic, maybe it's under stations. Here we go. There's just a couple of, no, not fruit, not paper. Yeah, we'll go with containers. Just a couple of sort of generic cranes sitting around and, you know, a forklift or whatever. Just in case the goods train does come there to unload. Train 73. Oh, you again? Having a whinge. In fact, if we can get this iron ore mine online, we might be able to get these coal mines online as well. Good. So we've now upgraded the station. So now we need some sort of barge to bring the iron ore over. So we'll set up a dock there and a dock up there, conveniently located close to the, I'll just drop the depot there for convenience. We haven't looked at new ships for a while. We've got some really big ones. That's probably too big. That's 1,120 tons. No, I just want something little. How fast can you go? 42 Ks, 29. No, it's too slow. 29. Okay, so this seems to be our... Meteor. Meteors are fast, right? That is literally a barge. I did say I wanted a barge, but it's 29 Ks now. So we'll go the Meteor, because that sounds cool. So if you could carry iron ore, please. And while we're refitting things, remember to... we started the episode here. refit your damn trucks to clay. By the end of this episode, these trucks will have made at least one delivery. Okay, sorry, where were we? We were building an iron ore ship. So you, sir, will full load up there, and then you can swing down here. And if I could ask you to please transfer and not pick anything up, that would be super duper. And then you can swing back up here for a service if required. So we'll send him on his way. So hopefully he'll start bringing an iron ore mine. No, just iron ore. He doesn't have to bring the mine with him, just the iron ore. So he can bring the iron ore down here to this station, and by then hopefully we'll have some sort of train to load it up with. So we're fine to come down here, down the goods line here, then we come up through this way here, down here. So this should be fine. I'm sure our train won't get lost at any point in its trip. Famous last words, I know. So they've repainted the HST already. Well, hopefully the one we built is still looking cool, so we can say we got the original, first edition, so to speak. I guess we'll go the Type 4 again. We didn't need to double track the log train, so we shouldn't need to double track this fella. And let's go the MGR hoppers. They seem fairly modern. We'll go 7 tiles long. We'll have a nice big train. Load him with iron ore and send him on his way. So you full load there, and let's hope you can pathfind your way. See, too much coal. We will fix that. Pathfind your way over to Penhall Central. Have a bit of a service there, and then rinse and repeat. Go, my friend. Let's zoom right in and enjoy the experience. Again, I don't know what I was expecting, like fireworks or some sort of fanfare. I don't know. But he's off. He's off and racing. And hopefully he gets routed through this shed, so everyone's sitting there having their lunch going, oh, no train unload today, and then brrr, some sort of iron ore train sort of powers through. Train 74 is getting very old and needs to be sold for scrap. Bye-bye. So hopefully, well, we're back in a world with 2 sawmills again. As I was saying, hopefully, by the time you all come back next... Oh, I liked that, Forrest, and I was in the middle of talking. I was saying hopefully by the time you all come back next week, you can see that iron ore train's making some money, and the attendant ship is also making money, and for the first time in God knows how many episodes, we don't have a glut of coal. But there's no point in saying all that, because now we have to fix the mess left over by this forest closure. I say mess, we've probably got like 1 boat we need to get rid of. And is it you? No, you're still continuing. It's probably you. Yeah, you have wood. Snigger. And you're the only one. So, yeah, it's basically 1 ship we have to get rid of. That was very anticlimactic. But, yeah, thus ends a long history of Phoenix Freight Port being a freight port. Because we're not shipping the goods in here anymore. We're shipping them up to this station up here at the freight complex where the factory is. And we're not running goods trains out of here anymore. So the last freight we had at Phoenix was the wood. And now it's gone. It's a sort of a bittersweet moment, because this is where we started our company, and, you know, it's history now. Well, Phoenix is still there, but, you know, we started, we had the coal going to the power station, and the coal mines closed down, and oh, you're just a teasing bitch, aren't you? So we'll just forget you ever existed. In fact, we'll actually just put you on this route because I'm lazy, and I've seen too much loss this episode because New Treeside Sawmill just closed. That was that one. Thanks, I already knew about it. So get with the times. But yeah, so it's a bittersweet ending to this episode. We've said goodbye to another long-term fixture in our freight network. But we've welcomed some new arrivals like the iron ore train, which is, you know, not loading at the iron ore platforms because he thought loading next to the warehouse would be fantastic. And, you know, we live in hope that these log trains will actually make a profit. But, you know, until next time, I've been T-Nick. This has been Open TTD with the UK Railway set. And I look forward to your company next week for when more industries stab us in the back and let us down as they always do. Thanks for watching. Later days.